Good morning, Dean Palombi here with another household tip of the day. So you ever wake up and your wife comes to you, or maybe ladies, you wake up and look at a fixture and you say, this is just not what we want in this room. It came to the house, but it's time to move on. So you want to put up a simple light fixture and you think, well, that's going to cost me $100 for a fixture, but another $100 just to get an electrician to come in and change a few simple wires. Well, let me tell you, this is a simple thing, and this is the kind of thing I've been doing since I was a kid. We'll take a look here in just a second. Really important tip is, before you start, shut off the power. It's no fun to start an electrical project and be an electrocuted person. Really start your day on the wrong foot. So these are your breaker boxes. If you don't have breakers, you probably don't want to monkey with this because it's probably older wiring and you probably should have an electrician help you out. But most homes have a nice, this is a 200 amp breaker service, and all the breakers are typically marked as to what room and where they service. Don't go by this, folks. People that label these things don't live here. So also what happens, you buy an older home and over the years someone's added something like this PTAC unit right here. That's a heat and air conditioning unit on the wall. So that's what that's for. But there's always something, right? So go into the room, turn the lights on, and then come into this room and flip these individual breakers. Using your best guess, of course. If it says bedroom or bathroom, it's probably going to be a good tip to try that particular one, right? Once the light's out, you know you're safe. Then you go back into the room, turn it on and off, check it. When you disconnect those wires, it's still a good practice to not touch the black and the white wire together. So I've kind of come in the, I want to say in the middle of a project. I already took down the light fixture that was hanging up here, but it was a simple light fixture that hung in this little pancake outlet. So I say pancake because the outlet box is real thin, like a pancake, and it's basically about the thickness of the drywall. There's nothing complex about this. It's a single switch right here. Turn on and off one light. It's not a two-way switch or anything crazy. So anybody can do this. You don't have to be an electrician or have electrical knowledge to work in a little powder room like this one and change out your fixture. So I've unboxed a brand new fixture and I've got it sitting here waiting for me to install it. And these are the same 3 wires. So you've got a hot, cold, and a wire that doesn't have any insulation. That's called your ground wire right there. Okay, so 3 wires on the back of this fixture. Anybody can do this. I sound like a chauvinist when I say, guys, your wife wants you to change something, but that happens to be my situation. But maybe you're a single woman and you live alone and you just don't like a fixture. This is an easy project for anyone to tackle. Now, to hang this fixture up, it comes with 2 parts. The fixture and its mounting plate. The mounting plate goes up on the wall, connects to the pancake outlet, and there you have it. You've got yourself a real simple installation. However, the holes don't line up. And that makes sense because a lot of this stuff is made in a different country. So what I did was I got up here and I took a look at the pancake outlet, and you'll see the 2 mounting bolts or screws right here is where they enter in. So I took a simple piece of paper and I've then put a couple holes right in to match up or correspond with that. And now I've got the mounting plate and I'm going to lay those holes on the mounting plate where I want them, drill the holes, and we'll go from there. So while I was up on the ladder, I couldn't figure this out, but actually come down on the ladder, take the paper, put the holes that I've got here on the mounting plate, and I can actually see something pretty cool. It looks like the hole right there and the hole right here actually correspond with holes that are already pre-drilled in this plate. So I've just got to find a way to match it up. So I'm probably going to go and take this bottom screw and install it first, which is where I run into difficulty. Then the top screw can go in this area, and you'll notice that's a slotted area. That's great for this area because you're going to want to adjust this bracket when you get it on the wall. You want it to be level and look beautiful when it's sitting on the wall, not cockeyed. So how this mounts is how that fixture is going to sit on the wall. So as I mentioned, now I've got the bottom screw in first, and now I just inserted the top screw into that outlet pancake box. And I can actually adjust the bracket back and forth, which is fantastic. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to level this out with a level on top, because again, how this sits is how the fixture will sit on the wall. So we're going to get it nice and straight, and then we're going to level it out, put it in there. Show you soon. Okay, I was installing this last time and I didn't realize that screw would actually go right through this thin metal and not really do much to hold this bracket to the wall. So I went and got myself a little lock washer, and that lock washer will secure to all the surrounding metal, and this ain't going nowhere now. It's solid. This is going to hold the weight of the fixture, the 3 light bulbs, the glass surrounds on it, and everything. So you need to be aware of that when you're doing these kind of projects. There's not a whole lot going on down here. It's holding it to the wall and keeping it positioned, but that is really where all the strength is happening. So I wanted to make sure I had a lock washer on that. Okay, next we're going to again wire up these wires to the fixture. You've got hot, you've got cold, and you've got a ground. It's pretty straightforward. I'll show you what this looks like when I get the fixture in place. So here we go. We got your hot, your cold, your ground wire. And again, we're going to take them up there and attach them. Now this little black wire going to the next black wire, you can see that they've stripped this wire back from the factory. It's real nice and easy to work with. But you're going to need to twist it around the other one. And the way I'm going to do that around this black wire right here is with a pair of pliers. Okay, once your wire is twisted, you see the white cap to my right. You're just going to take one of those caps and turn it clockwise over top of the 2 wires, and you'll have a secure connection. A little tip. So we've got the hot and cold wires twisted together. The ground wire can actually act as a nice way to support what you're working on. There's usually a ground post. You can wrap your ground wire around that, screw down on that hard, and then this ground wire for the circuit can connect to that one with another wire nut, and then you've got yourself a nice safe connection. So now we've got all our wires nice and tucked together. As you can see, we're supported by the ground wire. This ground wire is now twisted together, hot and cold twisted together. These are the factory twists, and the leads coming off of this nice little piece. Now there's 2 screws, one on the front, and they get affixed with these cute little finish nuts down here. You'll see that in just a minute, but I'm going to slide this thing together and tuck all the wiring in the backing plate. Okay, I've got these 2 screws attached to the mounting plate. I'm going to just take a quick look at level, because at this time there may be just enough room in that to make it adjustable. Not quite the way I want to see it, so I'm going to adjust it just a little bit. Yeah, now's a good time to crank those bolts down. And these are finished bolts, so you really don't want to go too crazy with them. You just want to do them hand tight. Hand tight. Pushing down on the fixture itself and cranking them with your hands, because you don't want to use a wrench or something that would make them look upset and ugly. Man, this is going to be pretty when it's done. One of the things I forgot to tell you all is make sure that you pull the drain plug. Those little finishing bolts are unique to this fixture. If they go down the drain, you're going to be tearing apart your drain to make them pretty again. Anyway, soon I'll have the finished product up for you. Okay, so pretty simple assembly, but let's just take a quick look here. We got that up, and each of these fixtures has a independent little lamp, and you just take the parts and put them together. Now this is a piece of metal that actually screws down onto ceramic, and that's what holds the glass sconce to the fixture. And now you get to see the finished product, which, wow! This room was kind of dark because it had 2 single frosted white bulbs in it, and it didn't really do that. That is gorgeous. We'll take some pictures when I get all this junk out of here. Here's a look at the standard fixture that was in that room. And of course, this is our master bedroom. We've got 2 of these, so there's 4 bulbs and plenty of light in the master. However, one good project leads to another, so I can assure you that before too long, we'll be replacing these double lights, these 2 sets of lights over our beautiful vanity. And you'll see that project come to life next. Okay, here's a funny little twist. So Janet just came in and said, "Hey Dean, where's the covers?" And I said, "I don't know." Well, actually, duh, the box is upside down. I do things without reading directions a lot of times, and it gets me in trouble. They're meant to hang upside down with a little grate on top of them, giving them kind of an industrial and classy look. So guess what, folks? I'm not done. I got to get back up here and change things up a little bit. That's a pretty fixture in itself, and I thought that's what we were going for, but we're not even halfway there yet. Actually, we are. We're more than halfway there. But you'll be seeing me remount this little bad boy in just a few minutes. Okay, so this is this cool little gadget that's going to make this look a little different. And I took it out of the box, And you'll see I've got to take this lamp or this sconce off of here. And I've got to slide this ring this way and invert it. So here we go. There's the little cover. The fixture's inverted. And we're getting a little more of the picture. So these actually just connect right in there. There's a little bump, little stud sticking out on that. And there's a little opening on the side. And you just connect these two up by turning it and then making it so you don't see it, hiding out of the way. And there you go. We got a pretty little fixture. All right, so there it is. A finished, beautiful bathroom with a really pretty industrial yet classy light. This little shelf we just added over here. And this is a really pretty little addition with some nice barnboard looking wood and industrial metal. And that was kind of what we were trying to complement with this. It's really hard to appreciate it in person. I think I'll snap a photo before the end.